Hello everyone, my name is Raj Miglani. I'm a BTech final year student from Electronics and Communication Engineering and IT Surat. I recently got placed in Hsbc Tech India as a trainee software engineer. So I'm here to share my experience regarding my interviews and my selection process. So the selection process consisted of 5 rounds. First was the written round, second was the coding round. There were 2 technical interviews and then a final HR interview. The written round consisted of 5 sections. First was English, basic English. It included an article which had 20 blanks. We need to fill those blanks. Those were a bit confusing blanks. You need to have the habit of reading and everything. The second section was an analytical and aptitude section. It was a very basic and easy section. So basic practice of RS Agarwal can do the stuff for you. Another section was the attention required section. Herein they ask basic questions wherein you need to give your attention over the questions and answer accordingly. The fourth section was the C and data structures. The questions in it included questions from graph, network and basic data structures and sorting algorithms. The fifth section was a Java section. It included a bit complex questions on interface, collections and threadings. So a basic knowledge of core Java is required for this section. The second round was coding round. It was hosted on cocubes.com. We were given 2 questions. Those were very basic questions. One question was a string question. We need to calculate the consonants, number of consonants and number of vowels and print those accordingly. And another question was a basic matrix question wherein a matrix consisted of zeros and ones. And we need to check the locations where one is present, and all the all the elements of the row and column should be 1 as the output. So the questions were very basic, and what they checked was time complexity and space complexity, and we were selected on that basis. So after these 2 rounds, 16 of us were selected for the technical and HR interviews. My first technical interview was solely based on my curriculum vitae, my resume, and he just checked about my how confident I am and what the things I have written on the resume, how pretty sure I am about those. He asked certain questions, practical situations he gave, I had information security as one of my elective subject. So he asked certain questions like what is the criteria you need to face while facing the information security in terms of banks. So he gave a situation wherein there is a denial of service attack. So let's say a hacker sends 10,000 requests to the server and its limit is 1,000. So he asked me how to deal with that situation. Another situation he asked about me what I face when I visit a bank. So I told him the situation when I forget the internet pass key for internet banking. So we need to visit the bank to get the pass key again. So he asked what is the way you can do it. So is there any solution that you can suggest to this problem? Then he asked me about my projects and my internships. The project's description need to be in detail. He just want to know everything in detail, and I had already worked on some real-time projects, so he asked me to apply those concepts in terms of bank enterprise. So the main focus was on my resume, and he wanted to judge how strong I am in the things I have mentioned on my resume. In the end, he just asked about my habits or my hobbies. I told him reading tech articles, so he asked me what is the latest articles you read, and just the conversation went around 20 minutes on one of the articles I had read yesterday only, the day before yesterday, my interview. Yeah, so it was a good interview, and yes, as I already mentioned, they just want to test on the technical skills you have and the work experience you have in working those technologies. So after 1.5 hour long first round of technical interview, I was got selected for the second round. The first question he asked was to why you want to work for HSBC. So we want to explain and we want to be clear in our thoughts, like what are our goals and what we want to do in future, and what aspects we have to look into HSBC for improving our future. So he wanted us to know those aspects as well. And another question he asked was about my projects and my latest internship. So he was asking those in big details. So the next question, and the last one was which technology do I have which technology I want to work in HSBC, and he asked me to rate me accordingly to the skills I had in those technologies. Yeah. So it went around half an hour only, and he was a bit satisfied with that. Then came the last and final round, the HR round. So on entering, he asked us some basic HR questions like tell me about yourself, what do you want to do in life and anything. And then he gave me a situation like, if let's say we are a team of 5 and 4 members are on my side, like they have same thoughts, and there is one guy who has conflicting thoughts. So what as a team member you gonna do? Like you have a project deadline, you need to satisfy the customer, you need to meet the company deadlines. So what you gonna do with such situations? So he just wanted to know what I'll perceive and what I'll do in that situation. So after that he gave me one more situation, like let's say there's a guy and 10 people say like he is very annoying, and you need to, like, I need to share a room with that guy. So what should I do? Like should I go and like say I won't share any room with you, and or should I analyze myself and do what I feel? And then he asked me like how do I perceive people? Like what is the first thing comes to my mind when I meet someone new? So yes, after these some tricky situations, situational questions, he just asked me where I wanted to work and what are my future goals and anything. Yeah. So it was around half an hour the interview went, and then I was yeah, it was done. So regarding the HSBC placement, you need to be thorough with some basic aptitude questions. You need to be thorough with core Java. You have to be strong in analytical skills and data structures and algorithms, and basic C knowledge is necessary. And yeah, your project works, your internships, and your skill set is a must. You need to have some real time experience in the skills you mentioned in your CV, and everything you mentioned in your CV, you need to be very clear with those things. Yeah, they test you on those things, and yes, read basic data structure questions, go through basic sorting algorithms, searching algorithms, and they don't ask like very tough programming questions. What they test is upon is time and space complexity. Yeah, and being an electronics and communication engineering student, as I am, you need to just be thorough with the work you do, and yes, the prime focus need to be on the project work you do during the tenure of 4 years. So I've posted all my interview experience on Geeks for Geeks as well. You can refer to the link given in the description of this video. Please like and share.